Well, hey everybody, it's Tom here. Welcome back to my shop and welcome back to part 2 of the jib crane build. So finished welding all this up, got all this bead laid. Man, that's some work. Hats off to you guys that weld for a living. I figured out I've got 36 feet of weld bead. God, man. And I don't know, fortunately or unfortunately, I ended up having to MIG it. My plan was to burn some 7018s in 5/32. Hey, chaos, I know. As soon as I hit the record button, here you come. And well, I ordered them like 10 days ago and I still hadn't gotten them. So yeah, they're coming out of Florida. You know, I'm in Virginia, so yeah, 2 states away, and USPS decided to send them to California, where they hung out for a few days, I guess, for sun and fun. Then they sent it to New York for, I don't know, snow and ice and, you know, the snowball fight. Heck, I don't. And now it's sitting in Indianapolis, Indiana. So, you know, I'll get them Sunday. So we'll just have to use them for another project. So, like I said, I just cranked her up hot and, you know, just ran it all MIG. So I think the next phase is to start, like I said, working on the top, where the which is going to be basically the carriage. We need to take that chunk of 4140 I got sitting over there in the workbench, and turn a bore in it, and that's where the race is going to sit in. So let me get all set up. I'll grab the camera, and you guys will meet me over there at the Monarch. Got a 5-inch piece of 4140 chucked up, so we need to make the pocket that's going to hold the race. That's on the bottom of the carriage. You guys see that? That's a picture off the internet. So that's the bottom. That's going to be sitting, this way on top, like there. So we made all that stuff, and this obviously has the bearing race, and it sits down on the bearing itself. So let's get started. Piece of wobbly hot rolled. Clean it up slowly. Let's see, that mill scale killed my tip. Maybe. All right, let's take another pass, see what happens. How'd it clean up? Still got a little bit right there. Yeah, I think I got my tip. Let me turn around. All right, we're just going to take a short interruption because I have a package that just came in the mail all the way from Australia. This is from Maddie and Trevor. Maddie has a channel, Maddie's Workshop. I know if you watch me, you watch Maddie's channel. And you've seen Trevor a few times on Maddie's channel. Trevor doesn't have a channel, but I like to send in those guys tooling when I can, especially the Imperial tooling, because you know they can't get Imperial tooling as well down there, especially quality stuff, just like we can't get quality metric stuff here. So this just came, so let's see what the guys sent me. They said I had a package coming, so it wasn't a surprise, but I have no idea what's in it. So you guys are gonna check out, ooh, at the same time as me. All right, so I got me a beanie, and I got me another, oh, a cool work shirt with my name on it. Thanks, guys. Got two. Nice. I'm gonna be looking spiffy in my shop now. And I got me some Maddie's Workshop stickers, which is good because I don't think I got any of these, Maddie. I know I've got your other older stickers, so nice. And I got some treats. Vegemite. That stuff's interesting. We may have to let Chaos try that first. So yeah, he's got me some snacks here. And we got a box. So let's check this out. See if I can get this open in a timely manner. Sorry guys, just doing this real time. Alrighty, make sure I open it on the top. Ooh, check her out. So we got an MX branded micrometer, 25 to 50 mil. So this is going to be my first metric micrometer. What are you guys trying to do? You trying to convert me? Sweet. Feels good. Ratcheting. All right, and it's also the same color and design as the set I use from 0 to 6 inches. So sweet. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you, Trevor. And let's get back to machining. I caught it before Mr. Bozo walked in the door, so I don't think I've got enough clearance back there in between the jaws to keep punching this through, and we have to continue to enlarge this hole anyways. So let me take this part out and flip the jaws around so that way we got a nice through hole and I'm not going to hit anything. Doesn't look like the grind is the best on this. Got one flute's cut and this one's struggling. I have to take it over there and sharpen it. Well, there we go. Shooting for a nominal 2-inch size. About 1/12 thou more. So this is just our through hole for the stub shaft. Now we need to carve out a part for the pocket for the race. Well, we got a little ways to go, so we'll just start whittling it out. Alright, I left her about 70 thousandths small because we're going to have to weld this on the plate, and of course it'll probably move on us. So once we do that, then we can come back and finish the bore, and of course we're going to have to do it on the milling machine, but I wanted to hog out the majority of the material on the lathe, make my life easier, and finish with a boring head and get a nice fit. Well, I think the time has come to finally get the top part up on the top. So, ideally would be to weld this thing on there and then chuck it up in the lathe and be able to turn this final dimension on this stub shaft so it's running, concentric with the column here. But seeing that it won't fit on the big jet lathe, then we don't have a choice. This is our only option, is to get it up there and just try to get it as square and true and right with the world as we can. I've got it all, I don't know if you can see, I got a bunch of wedges under here, so I got it as straight as I can in all directions. And then we'll get this plate up there and I'll try to get it as perpendicular as I can with the column, and then obviously parallel with the ground, and we'll weld it up and cross our fingers it doesn't pull. But like I said, this is the only method that we've got available to us. So if it ends up being just a little bit tweaked, then most likely what will happen is the beam will be good in one direction and then it'll be tight as it goes around in the other direction. So but we'll be able to live with it. So let me get up there and I guess start welding. Well, I got the steel in, all cut, so now we can get back to work. I know Mr. Chaos will be happy, won't you, buddy? Pew. Alrighty, let's get this stuff off the lift cart. Buddy. Set up over here at the mill. I indicated the sides, made sure that it was straight up, and then of course found center and took a skim pass, got my measurement. So we're gonna take a couple more bores and hopefully hit our size. Helps to put it back in gear as I took it out for a second. See how we're looking. We can double check with this inside mic. A little bit tricky since I got the dial right there, but if I can get my hand out the way, I might be able to get her. Let's see what we got. Difference. All right, let's see here then. Probably can't see the dial getting washed out, but let's see here. We're gonna go for the money here. It's only got about 12 to take. Passed it. Hang on. Come on, baby. Right there. Let's see how we did. I just cleaned it up. Looks good. I think if we send it home, we'll be good to go. Measure it just to see how we came out. Alrighty. Overshot it by a smidgen, but it left me a little extra for press, so that'll work out fine. We still got a good press. Looks like I missed it by thousandths. Alright, cool. Well, let's get her in, what do you think? Get you guys in a little closer there. So, looks good. Well, let's try it out. Let's do a test fit. The bearing's gonna be dry, so just take that into note. Some weight to it, boy. See if I can get this thing up here. Oh boy. Yeah, I tell you what, I don't think I can get her. Well, maybe not. I'll have to do plan B. Probably have to use the forklift or something. Alright, let's work smarter, not harder. There we go. Oh, look at that. That's sweet or what? Nice and smooth. Excellent. I like it. All right, guys, see that? Oh man, nice and smooth. Looks like you know, it rotates nice and parallel with the top. And of course, we'll get the bottom squared away once we get to that point. I think this is probably a good place to end part 2. So all we gotta do now is, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but we got those steel sides. We'll weld those on. And I got angle iron for the front and the back. Got rollers all ready to go, so just make a quick bracket that'll go here and punch a couple holes in the I-beam, and then get all this stuff outside, get it cleaned up, get it painted, and then we got to put her together and bolt her down. So that'll be part 3. So I think that'll probably be a good flow of this video series. And I apologize it took so long for part 2, but I had some job shop work come in, which you guys saw that, and then I needed to kind of wait till I could get be in a good spot to order the steel. I don't know if I mentioned or not, but that was like $400, yeah, don't get much for 400 bucks anymore. So hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with the series. Mr. Chaos is behind the camera with his toy going like, come on, Daddy, throw it. So let me give him some love, and we'll catch you on part 3, all right? See you guys. Bye.